it's your girl Maria. This is Why Am I Reacting? If you're new, welcome, and if you are returning, thank you. Before we get started, please like, comment, share, subscribe, any or all, preferably all. I hope that you will. I put out a post earlier today that basically there are some messages or comments being posted to as replies to comments that you guys are putting about WhatsApp. I do not have WhatsApp. In case you guys missed that message, I do not have WhatsApp. I will link in the description below all of my socials, and I will also link the description for the original content that I'm using or reacting to, along with the artist's YouTube channel, so you can like, comment, share, subscribe on their channel and support them and their music, and show them some love as well, because, you know, without them we wouldn't be able to do our reactions. That being said, I've seen on the comments a few times now, Eminem Beautiful, so that's what we're going to review today. I don't want to waste any time, so let's just go ahead and get started. Truth. That is a true fact.
Lately I've been hard to reach. I've been too long on my own. Everybody has a private world where they can be alone. Are you calling me? Are you trying to get through?
Is this
Are you reaching out for me? I'm reaching out for you. I'm just so...
Okay, hold on, before we actually get into his part. I'm looking at the lyrics here, and it seems like this is a sample from Rock Therapy, Reaching Out. This is... I kind of like those lyrics. It says, I've been hard to reach, too long on my own. You know, are you calling me? Are you trying to get through? Are you reaching out to me? Because I'm reaching out to you. And it sounds like they're definitely trying to get, I don't know what the right word is. They're trying to get back into communication and maybe for help. I don't know. Rewind it a few seconds here.
Out for you. I'm just so depressed, I just can't seem to get out this slump. If I could just get over this hump, but I need something to pull me out this dump. I took my bruises, took my lumps, fell down and I got right back up, but I need that spark to get psyched back up in order for me to pick the mic back up. I don't know how.
Oh, don't we have that? Don't we have days like that? Don't we have time like that? Sometimes it's a prolonged period of time. Maybe you're out of work, maybe you've had surgery, maybe you've lost a loved one, and so it's really hard to get back into the normalcy of what your life was before whatever incident occurred. And I always say it like, you have got to push through it, because life is going to come down hard on you. And the only one who can get out of it is going to be you. And it's not easy. It never is ever easy. But it can be done. I mean, shoot, Eminem almost died, right? I mean, he OD'd, almost died, came back. Man is like 50 years old and still rapping. I still can't believe he's that old. Geez. His daughters are grown. He turned himself around and pushed through it, and it's not easy to do. So yeah, let's keep going.
Fell down and I got right right back up, but I need that spark to get psyched back up in order for me to pick the mic back up. I don't know how or why or when I ended up in this position I'm in. I'm starting to feel distant again, so I decided just to pick this pen up and try to make an attempt to vent, but I just can't admit or come to grips with the fact that I may be done with rap. I need a new outlet, and I know some so hard to swallow, but I...
So, I guess my biggest question here, and you know, I really need to do some reading up on Eminem as well. It is going to be one of those things that I do to kind of learn a little bit more about what happened with certain scenarios. And I also have an inside person that I can ask, and I will be asking her. She knows who she is. But it's, I guess he went through something else, or maybe this was just right after he had recovered and it was hard for him to start again. Maybe it sometimes, and here's a tricky catch-22, right? It's a double-edged sword. Sometimes what got you into the situation that you're in is something that relates to your livelihood. It's something that is part of who you are as a person. How do you let go of that? In his case, doesn't sound like he did. Not based on these lyrics. His lyrics are pretty genius. He really talks about things that happen to people, that happen to him too. Because, I mean, that's really what he's talking about, is what happened to him, but it's very real. Let's keep going.
That I may be done with rap, I need a new outlet, and I know some so hard to swallow, but I just can't sit back and wallow in my own sorrow. But I know one fact, I'll be one tough act to follow. One tough act to follow. I'll be one tough act to follow. Here today, gone tomorrow, but you'd have to walk 1,000 miles in my shoes just to see what it's like to be me. I'll be you, let's trade shoes just to see what it'd be like to feel your pain, you feel mine. Go inside each other's minds just to see what we find. Look at through each other's eyes.
You know, another genius lyric. We don't know what the other person's going through. You know, there was a post that was put out to me recently where someone was talking about my size. You don't know what I've gone through in my life. I shouldn't have to explain it to you. And I did give a little bit of an explanation, and not even an explanation, just kind of letting you know a little bit of my story of what happened to me just in the last year alone. You're judging me based on what you see, but you don't know what I've had to go through. You don't know what I've had to come up from. And so telling someone, you know, some derogatory comment is unnecessary. And, you know, he's really speaking to that right now when he says, let's trade shoes. Wear mine for a minute. I'll wear yours. We'll see if you feel my pain or if I feel yours. I think he understands that everybody has a story because he has one. And his story is like, yeah. I read somewhere that he bought the house that he grew up in. And I think that's the house that they ended up using on one of the covers of his albums. And if that is not like fake, if that's real, if that's a legit article that I read, he didn't grow up in lavish beginnings. He has money now. He didn't grow up with it. He has fame now. He didn't have it back then. And I saw one of his interviews from one of his other songs where he was getting bullied all the time because he was constantly the new kid, you know. So there's a lot to say about how his artistry came to be. And his artistry is beautiful, but it comes from a place of pain that he has turned into something beautiful. So I have a lot of respect for this song and for what he's saying right now and for the things that he's done and what he's come through. Let's keep going.
Go inside each other's minds just to see what we find. Look at through each other's eyes, but don't let them say you ain't get, just stay true to you. So don't let them say you ain't beautiful.
A little louder for the back.
They can all get, just stay true to you. I think I'm starting to lose my sense of humor. Everything's so tense and gloom. I almost feel like I gotta check the temperature of the room just as soon as I walk in. It's like all eyes on me, so I try to avoid any eye contact. Cause if I do that, then it opens the door for conversation like I want that. I'm not looking for extra attention, I just wanna be just like you. Blend in with the rest of the room, maybe just point me to the closest restroom. I don't need no manservant trying to follow me around and wipe my laugh at every single joke I crack, and half of them ain't even funny like that. Marshall, you're so funny, man, you should be a comedian. God. Unfortunately, I am. I just hide behind the tears of a clown. So
yeah, not everybody who wants to be your friend is your friend. I mean, that's really what he's saying here, and you know, talking about, you know, he doesn't need all the glitz and the glam. He doesn't need all of the people like hovering over him. He's a grown man. He can do things for himself, right? And that's what he's trying to convey. But also, when he says, don't let somebody say you're not beautiful, louder for the people in the back. We're all beautiful. We're all made in God's image. I also want to point out something, guys. I noticed that they are censoring some of the language in here. That's not me. This is actually on Eminem's official page. So that's where I grabbed this from. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I'm going to say that right now. It's what pulled up for me, and it didn't say like clean version or explicit content. It's just, that's what it says. So let's keep going.
Marshall, you're so funny, man, you should be a comedian. God. Unfortunately, I am. I just hide behind the tears of a clown. So why don't you all sit down? Listen to the tale I'm about to tell. We don't gotta trade our shoes, and you ain't gotta walk no 1,000 miles in my shoes just to see what it's like to be me. I'll be you. Let's trade shoes just to see what it'd be like to feel your pain, you feel mine. Go inside each other's minds just to see what we find. Look at through each other's eyes. But don't let them say you ain't beautiful. Oh, they can all get, just stay true to you. So don't let them say you.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not the most savvy with sports, guys. It shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. I mean, honestly, at this point. What is going on in the background here? They're tearing down a stadium. Was that deliberately done on purpose for the sake of the video, or did they really tear down a stadium? And someone tell me which stadium that was, and I'll read up on it. You don't have to tell me about it, but I'll read up on it. I'm curious to know, because I would think a stadium would, you know, stay up. I'm not sure.
Just stay true to you. So don't let them say you ain't beautiful. Oh, they can all get, just stay true to you. So lately I've been hard to reach. I've been too long on my own. Everybody has a private part.
Yes, we do.
They can be alone. So are you calling me? Are you trying to get through? Are you reaching out for me? I'm reaching out for you.
Before we continue on, can I just say something else about that verse as well? That he said that we all have our own place that we go to be alone. We really do. We have a place that we go to avoid people and to avoid, or just to have some peace and quiet. If I want to get away from everyone, I might stay in the shower an extra 15 minutes and, you know, get away from everyone. Because sometimes we all need a moment. Sometimes we need a breather. And I feel like he really conveyed a lot of that in the song. Like, he doesn't want people hovering over him. He's trying to think about what his next move is going to be. So it's really, I mean, this is a great song. It really is a great song. Let's keep going. Oh, I thought it would be a little bit more. The lyrics say that there was something from Eminem, I guess, to his daughters. I guess it wasn't part of the, maybe it was part of the track on the actual album, but not on the video. So that was a really good song. I think he speaks a lot to, you know, how people just need their space. We're all beautiful and we all have come through things in our life. The lyrics are just genius. They really are. And I've said it several times listening to his music, he has genius lyrics. I really hope people get inspired listening to his music as well. You know, I read somewhere that, you know, NF was inspired by the rawness and the realness of Eminem's music. So I know that his music can reach people at a different level. And so I'm glad to see that, and I really hope that his music continues to inspire people, because he's got some pretty genius lyrics going on. Anyway, that being said, if you like the content, please like, comment, share, subscribe, any or all, preferably all. Don't forget to do it for the artist below, because without them we can't do these reactions. But that's going to do it for this one. So live your life fabulously, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.